Ho, 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 good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Storytime by Santa. Sit back, relax, and enjoy these wonderful stories that Santa is going to read to you, your family members, and your children. I hope you have a wonderful time, and if you like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Santa loves you. Ho, ho, ho. Enjoy. Once upon a time, in the bustling North Pole, the elves were busily preparing for Christmas Eve. The workshop was filled with the sounds of hammers, saws, and cheerful singing as the elves made toys for children all around the world. In the middle of the workshop, Santa Claus sat with his beloved Christmas list, checking it twice to ensure no child was forgotten. One frosty morning, as Santa was having his cocoa, disaster struck. He reached for his list, but it was gone. Santa searched high and low, but the list was nowhere to be found. Panic spread throughout the workshop as the elves realized what had happened. Santa called an emergency meeting. Everybody, he said, everybody, the Christmas list is missing. We must find it before Christmas Eve, or I won't know which toys to deliver. The elves gasped loudly, but then Elwyn, the wise old elf, stepped forward and said, "Don't worry, Santa. We'll find the list. Let's retrace your steps." The elves split into teams, searching every corner of the North Pole. Elwyn and his team checked Santa's office, while Jolly and Spark searched the toy storage rooms. Tink, with his knack for gadgets, decided to check the workshop machinery to see if it had been accidentally swept away. As they searched, the elves found clues. Clues, you say? Tink discovered a scrap of paper stuck in one of the toy-making machines. "This looks like part of the list," he exclaimed. They followed the trail, finding more pieces of paper along the way. The trail led them outside to the reindeer stables. There amongst the hay, they found a playful young reindeer named Dasher Jr., happily munching on the remaining pieces of the list. "Oh no! Now what are we going to do?" The elves laughed in relief. Elwyn approached the young reindeer and gently, "Dasher Jr., did you take Santa's list?" Dasher Jr. looked up with a big innocent eyes and nodded. He had mistaken the list for a tasty treat. Elwyn patted his head. "It's all right, little one, but we need that list back. Christmas depends on it." The elves quickly gathered up the pieces and hurried back to the workshop. Spark, with her magical touch, pieced the list back together, and Jolly carefully rewrote the names that were too chewed to read. Finally, the list was restored, just in time for Santa to make his final checks. On Christmas Eve, Santa loaded his sleigh with the toys, ready to deliver joy to children everywhere. As he prepared to leave, he turned to the elves and smiled. "Thanks to all of you, Christmas is saved. Your teamwork and quick thinking made it possible." The elves cheered, proud of their accomplishments. Santa climbed onto his sleigh. The reindeer lined up and ready. "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night," he called as he soared into the starry sky. That night, as Santa delivered the gifts, he felt grateful for his dedicated team of elves and the lesson they had all learned, that even in the face of unexpected challenges, working together could solve any problem. And so the story of the Lost Christmas List became a favorite tale at the North Pole, reminding everyone that the true magic of Christmas comes from the love and the cooperation of those who believe in its spirit. And from that year on, the young reindeer Dasher Jr. always got an extra special treat, and he never tried to eat any important papers again. Woo! Isn't that awesome? It shows you the power of teamwork. All right, here we go. Are you ready for number 2? Oh, this one's gonna make you giggle. The Christmas Tree That Could Sing. Once upon a time, in a cozy little town nestled in the snowy hills, there stood a very special Christmas tree named Melody. Melody was unlike any other tree in the forest. She had a secret gift. She could sing. Her voice was as sweet as the first snowflakes of winter. But she had never sung in front of anyone, for fear they might not understand. As Christmas approached, the town's mayor announced a grand Christmas tree lighting ceremony. This year, the town wanted the most magnificent tree they could find. Lumberjacks searched the forest and soon found Melody, standing tall and proud. They carefully cut her down and brought her to the town square. The townspeople decorated Melody with twinkling lights, shining ornaments, and a sparkling star on top. Melody was thrilled to be part of the celebration, but she was also nervous. What if her singing wasn't as special as she thought? On Christmas Eve, families gathered in the town square. The air was filled with excitement as the mayor prepared to light the tree. Melody felt the magic of Christmas all around her and wished she could share her special gift. As the lights flickered on, Melody took a deep breath and decided it was time. With a gentle hum, she started to sing. Her voice was soft at first, blending with the cold night air. The townspeople, they looked all around and were wondering where this beautiful sound was coming from. Melody gained confidence and sang louder. Her voice filled the square with the most enchanting melody anyone had ever heard. The children's eyes widened in wonder, and the adults stood in awe. It was as if the very spirit of Christmas was singing to them all. The mayor, tears of joy in his eyes, exclaimed, "It's the tree! The tree is singing!" The townspeople couldn't believe their ears. But as they listened, their hearts filled with warmth and joy. Melody's song told stories of love, joy, and the true meaning of Christmas. She sang of togetherness, kindness, and the magic that comes from believing. Family held hands and sang along, their voices blending with melodies. The square was filled with laughter, singing, and the happiest Christmas cheer anybody could remember. Melody's fear melted away, replaced with pure joy. She realized that her gift was meant to be shared and that it brought happiness to everyone who heard it. When the last note of her song faded into the night, the townspeople cheered and applauded. They had never experienced such a magical Christmas Eve. Melody's singing had touched their hearts and created memories that they would cherish forever. From that night on, Melody became the town's cherished Christmas tree. Every year, she sang at the lighting ceremony, and people from far and wide came to hear her beautiful voice. She reminded everybody that the true magic of Christmas comes from sharing our unique gifts and spreading joy to those around us. And so the story of the Christmas tree that could sing became the beloved tale told by families each year, reminding everybody of the power of music, love, and the magic of Christmas. And Melody, the singing Christmas tree, stood proudly in the town square, her heart full of happiness, knowing she had brought the true spirit of Christmas to life. Isn't that amazing, ladies and gentlemen? Boys and girls, the spirit of Christmas came to life. I hope you all enjoyed this. And if you did, share it with your friends. Santa loves you. Ho, 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 ho.